The drive-bys are trying to destroy the two leading Republicans again today, Donald Trump and Ben Carson. They are doing a terrific job of taking Trump out of context. He's leaving the stage. I guess it was last night. He was doing a personal appearance somewhere. He's leaving the stage. He's finished. And a drive-by gets amongst the autograph seekers and starts peppering him with questions. And he answered a question that, and it's how the reporter is purposely misinterpreting it, to say that Donald Trump last night said that he's in favor of a registration database of all Muslims in the U.S. And everybody in the drive-by says run with it, and he didn't say it. And we have the audio soundbite coming up to illustrate it. And back we are, Open Line Friday. Rush Limbaugh serving humanity simply by showing up. Now, I don't know if you have seen it yet today. There are stories all over the drive-by media, the Associated Press, Yahoo News. I mean, it's everywhere. That Donald Trump supposedly is calling for the registration of all Muslims in America. Trump is demanding that they all be registered and that a massive database be corrected. And CNN is all over reporting this. Even the Wall Street Journal has picked up on it. There's a problem, though. Trump didn't say it. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. At a recent public appearance, Trump's coming off the stage. Usual one of his 1 hour to 90-minute appearances. He's probably worn out and spent, and there's the usual crowd of autograph seekers and supporters and fans. And amongst them is a drive-by media reporter who says to Trump, should there be a database system who tracks the Muslims that are in this country? Trump says there should be a lot of systems beyond databases. We should have a lot of systems. And today you can do it. But right now, we have to have a border. We have to have strength. We have to have a wall. And we cannot let what's happening to this country happen again. Reporter, is that something your White House would like to implement? There's no specificity there. The question is just, is that something your White House would like to implement? Trump has given a multifaceted answer. She says, is that something, without specifying what she's asking about. Trump said, oh, I would certainly implement that. Absolutely. And that's how they report that Trump demands a database and registration for all Muslims, when he didn't say it. He never said it. It's a journalism trick 101. It's right out of the manual they teach you at the first year of journalism school in how to destroy political opponents or powerful people you don't like. It's that common a technique. Audio soundbite proof coming up. Okay, back we are. Open Line Friday. Rush Limbaugh here at 800-282-2882. Now, I'm not sure, but I think that the reporter that asked Trump the question and has totally twisted this purposefully to convey something that did not happen. I think the reporter works for Business Insider. I think the reporter is Hunter Walker. If that's who it is, you need to know that this guy is a major backer of Hillary Clinton, as most in the drive-by media are. He has written endless articles championing her, and now I think he writes for Yahoo News and is the Business Insider politics editor. So here is how this happened. This is in Newton, Iowa. Yesterday after a campaign event, and again, Trump's leaving the stage, and a reporter says, should there be a database system to track Muslims in this country? Now, nobody has suggested that. Keep in mind, Trump has not suggested it. So the reporter's not asking a question bouncing off anything Trump has said. It's just a question thrown at Trump, and it comes to him in the midst of autograph seekers and fans and supporters wanting to meet him after his performance is finished.
There should be a lot of systems beyond database. I mean, we should have a lot of systems, and today you can do it. But right now we have to have a border, we have to have strength, we have to have a wall, and we cannot let what's happening to this country happen.
But that's something your White House would like to implement.
Oh, I would certainly implement that. Absolutely.
What do you think the effect of that would be? How would that work?
It would stop people from coming in illegally. We have to stop people from coming in to our country illegally.
For Muslims specifically, how do you actually get them registered into a database?
It would be just good management. What you have to do is good management procedures. And we can do that.
Do you go to mosques and sign these people up into the system?
Different places. You sign them up at different, but it's all about management. Our country has no management.
Okay, now 2 things about this. The first is, as I said, everybody in the drive-by media is running with this because they think they've got Trump again. They're salivating out there, folks. They are hoping. They got their fingers crossed. They've doubled down. They're putting this story everywhere. Trump steps in it. Trump racist. Trump bigoted. Trump anti-Muslim. Wants database. Wants to go to their mosques to sign them up. Wants to have them carry around symbols on their clothes to tell everybody who they are and what's... And he never said it. And this reporter, Hunter Walker, retweeted the headline from the AP. The AP headline, Trump says he would absolutely implement Muslim database. This little know-nothing reporter is so proud of his work today. And this is, I say, Journalism 101. This is what they teach you when you want to take out a political opponent or a powerful person you don't like. This is how you do it, with innuendo. Again, here's what happened. Trump comes off stage. Should there be a database system that tracks Muslims that are in this country? It's a set-up question from the get-go. Nobody has suggested it. Trump says there should be a lot of systems beyond databases. We have a lot of systems. We should have. And today you can do it right now. We have to have a border. We have to have strength. We have to have a wall. And we can't let what's happening in this country happen again. He has not confirmed a database. He has not confirmed registration of Muslims. He's changed the question to his favorite subject, the wall and the border and keeping illegal immigrants out. The reporter says, is that something your White House would like to implement? Not specifying. If anything, the guy's talking about the border. The last thing Trump said in his answer was talking about the border, strength, a wall. The reporter says, is that something your White House would like to implement? There is nothing specified. The use of the word that, the reporter then can say, well, I meant Muslim registration. Look what Trump said. Trump knew what I was talking about. But Trump's answer was, oh, I would certainly implement that. Absolutely. Reporter, what do you think the effect of that would be? It would stop people from coming in illegally. Trump's still talking about the border. He's still talking about the wall. He says we have to stop people from coming into this country illegally. So how in the world can Trump be talking about the registration of Muslims or anybody when he's still talking about keeping people out of the country? Muslims are here. This is a just good old-fashioned hatchet job by this low-rent reporter named Hunter Walker, who's got everybody in the media reporting it the way he wants, because this is what they want people to believe about Trump. This is what they believe about all Republicans. We're bigots, we're racist, sexist, and so forth. And Trump's just come along and confirmed it. And I guarantee you there's a contest inside the drive-by media to see who can be the one to take Trump out. Here is what they are forgetting. This isn't going to hurt Trump. Even their journalistic malpractice is not going to hurt Trump. They haven't figured that out. They keep applying standard, ordinary, everyday tactics on hit pieces to Donald Trump. And all that happens as a result is that Trump increases his support. Trump's support gets stronger. It gets deeper. every time they try something like this, because Trump is dead serious about protecting this country and its borders and keeping terrorists and so forth out of the country. He makes no bones about it. He's one of the only candidates that's unwavering on it. It's the number one issue. And you combine what's happening with ISIS and Paris and border security, national security, protecting and defending the country and the people who live here is far and away the number one most important issue, because everything descends from it. The economy descends from it. Jobs descend from it. Everything that matters descends from this country remaining a country. It has to have a border. That border has to be enforced. Trump's the only guy talking about it. They think they've got him. They're going to be crying in whatever it is they drink. This is not going to rip the bottom out of Trump's campaign. It's not going to destroy Trump's campaign, no matter how much they're lying, no matter how they try to distort this. Because Trump did not say he's in favor of registration or a database of all Muslims in America. And once again, what's going to happen here is an ever increasingly aware and sophisticated public is going to just get angrier and angrier at the usual childish tactics of the very unrespected drive-by media. Once the public learns what's happened here, the anger is not going to be at Trump. There wouldn't have been that much anger at Trump anyway among his supporters. That's what they don't understand. You people in the media have got to understand something. You're going to have to go about this a different way. You didn't make Trump. You can't destroy him. There's nothing you can do. And look at the lengths they're now going to try. Exactly what they did to Romney, by the way. This is no different than Harry Reid saying, hey, Mitt Romney hasn't paid his taxes in 10 years. Hey, look at Mitt Romney putting the family dog on top of the station wagon. Hey, Mitt Romney, one of his employees' wives died of cancer. Romney didn't care, went ahead and canceled the health care plan. Didn't care. I don't think this guy's questions were even registering with Trump. I think Trump continued to talk with his own framework in mind, meaning his focus on the wall. Because if you continue on with the soundbite, keep in mind here that Trump's never talked about registering or having a database of Muslims. The reporter asks a fake question. Is that something your White House would like to implement? Trump answers, yeah, under the context. And he keeps talking about the wall. He keeps talking about the border. Oh, I would certainly implement that. Absolutely. Trump's still talking about the border. The reporter says, what do you think the effect of that would be? How would that work? Trump, it would stop people from coming in illegally. He's still talking about the border. He's still talking about his wall. We have to stop people from coming in illegally. Reporter, for Muslims specifically, how do you actually get them registered in your database? Trump has never said that he wants to register them in his database. He's talking about the wall. He's talking about the border. This idiot, talentless reporter says, whoa. For Muslims specifically, how do you actually get them registered in your database? Trump says it'd be good management. What you have to do is good management procedures, so we can do that. He's still talking about the wall. He's not even listening to this kid. He's walking out of there. He's answering the question. He's got it answered. He's on the wall. He's on the border. That's what he's talking about. When it's all over, the reporter makes it up that Trump's talking about registration of Muslims in a database. Totally makes it up. Anyway, I got to take a break here. I just wanted you to see this. I wanted you to hear it. The reporter's own words, Trump's own words, because it's been picked up everywhere. And mark my words, the next poll that comes out, Trump's going to he's just going to jump even higher, and they're not going to know what to do with themselves in the drive-bys. But you people in the media are going to have to learn something. When you don't make somebody, you can't destroy them. And you haven't made Trump. The media has nothing to do with why Trump's where he is. And therefore, you can't take him out. You can try. You may think you can. But he's got a bond, a connection with his supporters and his audience that you people are not going to be able to break, no matter how hard you try. So you know how this works. I just got an email from a friend of mine who plays around on Facebook, and he sent me a screenshot of his Facebook post that he sent out. And he wants me to know that he's on top of things. He says, yeah, Trump wants to register all Muslims. The last guy to want to do that was Hitler and the Jews. Come on, folks, we're going backwards. So I just had to write him back, hey, buddy, you've got it 180 degrees wrong. Trump didn't say it. This is a guy who reads the news all day. This is exactly how this happens. You've got every drive-by news source now reporting this. I'm not sure who the reporter was actually got this whole thing started, but there are the suspects who have taken what that kid did and expanded it all over the place. You could mention any drive-by name out there, and you'd be pretty close to being accurate about who did this. I'm not exactly sure who the reporter was at the Trump event. I was told one thing, and now I'm told that that's not necessarily true. But the guy's name I gave you is still responsible for expanding, amplifying, and leading this. That Hunter Walker is who kicked it all off. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they're all the same stripe, and they've all got the same objective here. And this email I just got from a friend of mine who's not an idiot. You know, he's not a casual consumer of news. Because it's in the Wall Street Journal. This guy's a financial guy. He read it in the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal, these guys, is gospel. I have tried to tell every friend of mine, and it's probably gone for naught. I've tried to tell just based on the way I get covered, and they know me, and they know what's written about me is all bogus. I say, could you not apply that to every story you hear, particularly about people you support? Could you just learn to not believe anything you read if it's defaming Republicans in the drive-by media? Could you just learn to be suspicious of it and try to confirm it on your own? But it doesn't work that way. People believe it. There it is. It's in print. It's right there. Or it's on my screen, Rush. You can't write stuff. They can't write stuff that isn't true. Can't tell you how often I hear that. So Trump's I don't know how he's going to deal with this. He will. But let me join. I'm going to go ahead and get in trouble myself here. Can I give you what I think might have happened with a lot of people when they first saw this BS story? What do you think? You're driving around or you're reading or whatever, and you hear Trump wants to register all Muslims. Yeah. Get my drift? So I marvel here. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful I haven't retired. I'm thankful I've still got this program and a chance to come here every day and illustrate the dishonest, the reprehensible, the just scummy way these people work. And each time I see something like this, I focus even more on, they're not media. This isn't media. This isn't the news. The media is the Democrat Party. The media is all part of the left-wing establishment that's trying to advance the Democrat Party agenda. Every time you see a story like Trump has to fight media here or overcome, why would you have to overcome the media? The media is just a bunch of journalists telling people what happened who weren't there. And of course, it's this exact opposite. Everybody knows now. Many people, even people who know what the media is, still get sucked in and believing this stuff. But when you read the transcript of what Trump said, when you actually read it or hear it and then compare it to the news being reported, you can't escape the fact that the media is making it up, that Trump never said.